Hello, I'm Gavin Hoey and you're watching Quick Shot Answers number 2. So in this video I'm going to answer some more of your Quick Shot questions. Let's get cracking. So question number 1 comes from Justin, and Justin says, what is a good lens to use for portrait photography, or what lens do you use mostly in your videos? I have a Canon XSI. Okay Justin, it's actually the same answer to both questions. What lens do I use in my videos? What lens would I use for portraits? It is, actually I'll show you, hang on, it is this one, here it is, this is it. This is my Canon, this is a Canon 24 to 105L, and it's a great lens. It's a great lens for a couple of things. For portraits, it gives a perfect range. You want that kind of 50 to 100 millimeter end for most portraits, but you've got the wide angle should you need to do a group shot. For walking around, for doing my videos, I've got 24 millimeters, so I've got a reasonably wide angle lens, and I've also got 100 millimeter, which is just a short zoom. So that lens is by far my most used lens. Okay, next question. Question number 2 comes from Lee Probert, and Lee says, I really like images of water, more specifically waterfalls, tides and rivers, and I was wondering if you had any tips on getting those dreamy shots where the water, hang on, looks like a blanket of clouds. Oh Lee, how romantic, a blanket of clouds. I like that. Anyway, you're talking shutter speed, so the longer the shutter speed, the more blurry your water is going to become, but there's more to it than that. It depends on how fast the water is moving and how much you've zoomed in on it. If you've zoomed in really tight, then the water is going to go across your viewfinder much quicker, so the shutter speed can be that much lower. If you've got a wide angle lens and the water isn't moving that quickly, you're going to need a very long shutter speed. What shutter speed? Who knows, it depends. Start around about 1/2 of a second and go longer from there. You might need to use a neutral density filter to get your shutter speeds down that low in the daytime, and you'll definitely need a tripod. Okay, question number 3. And question number 3 comes from David VL, and David says, I am currently using a Sony NEX with an 18 to 200 millimeter lens. I've been learning photography for about a month. I love macro and landscape. In the next few months, Sony will be releasing a couple of lenses, a wide angle lens and a macro lens. Do you think I should buy both, or could the wide angle lens also work as a macro? No, David. The wide angle lens can't work as a macro unless it is a true macro lens. I don't care what it says on the lens barrel. If it says the word macro, it's not a true macro unless it's a 1-to-1 macro. That means that a subject is life-size on the image sensor at its closest focus distance. So that's one thing. Next thing is, well, do you need to buy both lenses? If money's no object, go buy both. Fantastic. However, you've already got an 18 to 200 millimeter lens. So you've got 18 millimeters, you've got wide angle. You don't necessarily need to buy another wide angle. Buy the macro first, go from there. Okay, next question. And last question already. Jim Ringland says, is it possible to take 2 handhold exposures, one for a window and one for the surroundings, and how would I adjust these in Photoshop Elements 7? Yes, it is. You can set your camera to auto exposure bracketing, set it out a couple of stops at its sort of kind of maximum. On a Canon that's 3 images, but on a Nikon that's more. I don't think you said, did you? No, you didn't say what camera that you've got, so if you've got a Nikon you're actually in a better position. Shh, don't tell Canon people. So auto exposure bracketing, and use burst or continuous shooting to take a sequence of pictures at different exposures in a very short period of time. Brilliant. Once you've done that, get them into Photoshop Elements and use Scene Cleaner. So it's under File, New, Photo Merge Scene Cleaner. Follow the instructions down the side. Brilliant bit of tools. That works fantastically. A tripod would certainly help you get your images lined up better and sharper. So although you asked about handheld, can it be done? Probably, but you'd get a better result with a tripod. Okay, so there we go. That's another 4 quick shot questions in the bag. If you've got one of your own, go to my website. You know what it is, www.gavtrain.com. Fill in the form on the front page, send it in to me, and you never know, it could be your question that I'm answering next time round. I'm Gavin Hoey. Thanks for watching.